this an event in 2 days. Oh, I guess Sable still ran away, huh? We have 12, okay. Alright, we need to do commissions. What do we have today? Oh, that's like really out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, we probably have a Beatles too. Let's go do Beatles. Oh no, it's Yanfei.
Hey there, I'm back. So then, how's the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp coming along?
Great timing, Yanfei.
My savior! Oh, thanks for helping out with the permit. Oh, and for the sign with the epic artwork. Wait, I know that look. Are you, looking to flip some beetle too?
Huh? Something wrong with that? I have a big client who does a lot of cross-border commerce. Anyway, she showered me with gifts once after I helped her win a huge lawsuit. And among them was a very special Oni Kabuto. I didn't know how to look after it at the time, so I got Granny to look after it for a while. It's looking pretty buff these days. Mind if I join in? You're not worried I'll cramp your style, are you?
We ought not dismiss your savior, Oni King. What she lacks in experience, she makes up for with one of the sturdiest built and most awe-inspiring Oni Kabuto I have ever seen.
You make me an offer I can't refuse. All right, time to send in the Oni King's right hand with Crimson Staff. I know my compadre will stay cool under pressure.
So it's me versus the Traveler? All right. I haven't quite got the hang of this game yet, so apologies in advance for any blunders.
Oh heck, that's right, I was doing that. Oh heck, what is this? Deer. So much easier to do some of these on mobile.
Yanfei's Oni Kabuto is so strong! What is Madame Penguin feeding that thing?
See? Your savior's Oni Kabuto is a force to be reckoned with. But just like last time, when my generals threw you a few curveballs, the mightiest blade cannot slay its foe except in the hands of a skilled swordmaster.
Wise words, Grandmaster. Oh, okay. Good thing my compadre kept it together.
Wow, what a blast! I could get into this whole beetle battling thing. This is so much fun. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna stick around and play some more.
Let's get it on!
Take part in the final one. Doesn't say we have to win it. We walk into that. Alright, let's get all those. Go do our commissions. We really need that's you, Lord's Travel Diary. We just need one more of those commissions to pop up. Oh heck, we got seen. Oh, fine.
Go and split! I'm a rock. Can't handle your drink, huh?
Wait, hear me! You asked for it!
Oh,
Yeah!
Let's light it up! Look alive! You're dead meat! Barbados, guide us!
Look at you, Phil.
Huh? Teamwork is dreamwork!
is there still one alive? Sable, are you body blocking the chair? pretty good loaf position table, if only it was on camera.
Let's get it
Another
on!
test subject. That tingle. You're open.
Can't handle your drink. Huh.
Wind, hear me.
Why are they all
Picked
right?
the wrong test subject.
You asked for it.
Want a taste of my hammer? Another test subject. I got killed. Picked
Replace my hand.
test subject. The wrong test subject.
Guess it doesn't really matter which way we go. Let's go nowhere. Oh, here's some slimes doing their
Look alive! I swear by my sword. I'm going in!
Pew pew.
Ha!
Oh, he only gave us one slime material? Man. What a stingy slime.
Look at you, booze hound.
Ha! Cha! Ha!
Oh, why is he up there?
Ha! Cha!
This balloon really couldn't be near any teleports today, could it? Why are we at walk? What I hit? I don't know.
Ha!
Oh my gosh. There we go.
Right.
Go as one.
Kya! Hai! Kya! Let's get it on! Gloves off!
Oh, look at the boy.
You ain't messing around! Ha! Wind, hear me!
Is there one still alive back there? Oh, there's one on the hill. Okay.
Buckle up!
Go as one.
Everybody stand back! Cha! Hai!
According to some of the older Eremites, it does actually rain in the desert on occasion. And when it does, it's always a lot heavier than this.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I hear this up loud.
Your mommy teach you that? Look alive!
I call dibs.
What was that one we missed? Okay. What we got here?
Let's get it up! I swear by my sword! Let's light it up!
And it's okay. We caught it.
You're dead meat!
Alright, we'll go hand all that in. Wait, boss again. Let's see what we need here. Oh no, it's not the tears of the day either.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Click on the details. Last time we already did it. Already did that. Yeah, we do need boss opponents. Oh, we need, Sarnatine too. What is technically Saturday now? We should be able to get that. Right. Oh, he's over here today. No, we can't get it for another 2 hours. Heck. Okay then.
Look alive!
Look at you, Bluetail.
Barbados, guide us. I'm going in! You asked for it.
Oh, it comes at me. Okay. I don't think we needed any debates for the week, but what do we have today? Tome of Elegance. Ingenuity. Furnishings.
This realm.
Oh, we're at 7 with this thing too. Alright, so I think we need 2 of those ward rooms. Yeah, there it is. And then I think we need. Let me check the photo. 3 more of that. Okay, that should be all we need for that. We'll just start some other furniture so we have it processing. What's this? Desert of Sumeru. I want to use up a lot of materials for this. We don't have that. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, that's good. Alright, you're almost caught up with the Inazuma items. Someday we'll be caught up with all this. It's a long way off. Look at all these. So many things. So many. Oh, we want some more trees. Let's grab some more trees. Get one more tree. Kind of like this blue one. See all those. Okay.
If you ever.
Oh, we got a collector. Alright, we're gonna redecorate. Oh, we should put Senyon up. We can get free breakdowns off of her. we probably don't need this set out.
The desert's a tough.
Let's go see what the load on this island is. Oh, it's not too bad. I'll come back here in a minute. I gotta go. Well, that's a very large set. Alright, selected set, take. Selected set, take. Let's move this courtyard. Let's move Kaya. Oh, this might need to go the other way. And then we should have enough for... Oh, that is a giant set. We're gonna have to place that first. That's ginormous. Okay. How far back can we go? Over here? Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Can we move this back any further? Okay, I think that looks pretty good here. I don't think we really have any space to put anything else. Oh, these are kind of tiny. Okay. Oh no, this doesn't have any basic sets. Okay. Landform. No, I don't know that I like that. probably put this Liyue tree on. It would be fine. Loon escaped. Let's see. That looks a little too much like that tree. Pathways. No, we don't have any extra. Right, we'll save that. I want to do a connected path, but it kind of not worth it here though. Right, so we can put Cura here. And can put Kufosara here eventually. Right. So let's go back over here. Right, outdoor set. What if we move Diona and we put this park by let's keep that. Okay. Companion. Actually, let's just place people so we can harvest that. Okay, free remove.
Oh, I'll use my rock. No time to waste.
Collect some more free remove here.
Wow, you coming?
Yay, free companion gifts. Oh wait, we need to go to edit mode. Rest, save. Okay, edit mode. Get us a plopper there so we can get our free windows.
I love these kinds of. I especially love. Actually, well.
First. Companion, where's Sarah at?
Impressive. This courtyard is maintaining an orderly residence. I must commend you.
Okay, edit mode. Rest, save. And yeah, we want to go here. might fit. Okay, yeah, that works, but we need like some crease or something. Who goes with this set? Sweet. Oh, we don't have these guys, but I like this set.
This realm.
Oh, he's not rank 7. Yao Yao's 7. Furnishings. Got some more crease over there. Forgetful tea pine. Wanna keep composing, so if I finish that quest
If you
phase,
ever have.
let's go back over here. Landform. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, heck. I know these are like Mondstadt crease, and we're just kind of mixing and matching, but... Oh, this is pretty good here. Let's take that one. Okay, that's a little bit better. One day we'll have some good teapot designs. Okay. So, let's see. These talents. Let's craft our talents. Ingenuity. Yeah, I guess we'll go for that. Talent domain. Oh, this is the ruin monsters. wish they'd change the battle pass objectives to be like Star Rail, where it just says spend so many resin.
The night is cold.
Rain cutter. Higher, higher, hands on fire. See?
Stars, shine for me. My guiding stars. The night is cold.
Let me weave you a verse. Cross over.
Cold. Lines of the...
See? Huh? Witness the power. Rain outlines your fate.
Don't be scared.
Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Maybe. Okay, used up all the resin.
Silly.
We're waiting on the teapot salesman.
Churl, Billy, churl,
Switch
Billy,
teams.
Billy, Hilly, churl.
Okay, we gotta find alchemy. It is saved shenanigans. Guide to ingenuity. Admonition. Wait, what's my talent do? Elemental mastery. Or elemental mastery is good. Yeah, okay. We'll go do the trading card and then we'll do a quest. We did say we're doing weeklies, so let's see. Could this person just hide back here first?
threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, we'll put them out. Oh.
Oz, reveal thyself!
What do they do over there?
Advance!
Shenanigans.
This will be interesting.
Well, we can't do anything at all.
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabad!
Wow, look at these unlucky frogs. It's terrible. Damn.
Cool it! For the eternal oasis! Bound as one like the 99!
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Let's go.
Bam! Oh, look at 2 quarters out. Shenanigans. Boy. Come on, actually good dice. Use that luck. Oh, he's got electro on him if we don't have no help.
Charge!
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh, we've got a super abuse ground.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Ah.
We're defeated. Attaboy! Ready when you are.
Oh shoot, I did not mean to equip that. Well, I want to phase that out. Oh hell. Look. Oh.
This doesn't look good.
That was dumb. What is all this?
Where did I go wrong?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
We'd have to redo this because we did it bad. Oh, 2 damage. Wait, do we already have a bow? Do we already have a bow? Yeah.
By royal decree.
Let's hope that's enough.
It's showtime!
Oh, god dang.
One shall
If we hadn't equipped that, we
descend
weren't mistake.
once again. In the name of the Prinzessin.
Well, at least we got the location card. Why is this even an objective again? I don't know.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Fall in! This will be interesting.
Bloom as the flowers in Gurabad!
Man, those dice. That's terrible.
Cool it!
For the eternal oasis!
Oh, I don't know that I like that. That looks like we're gonna get hit for a while.
Bound as one like the 99!
Okay, that wasn't as bad as we thought. Inch this shit
Let's finish this swiftly.
Genjar.
In the name of the Princessin.
No rest for the wicked.
Genjar escaped. Shenanigans.
Attaboy!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
The eternal oasis at long last.
Ready when you are.
Still not done over there. There he goes.
Dodge this! See you at the rematch. Pull it!
Let's go.
We're defeated.
threads of your fate lie in my hands. By royal decree!
Now you're testing my patience. Gotcha.
Damn.
Ready when you are.
I don't know that we're gonna win this one. Sable, do you want to come up here? What are you doing to your dad's chair? You don't know? Hey, Sable's trying to say hi to you over there. She's right there. She's under your feet. Aww. She already had snaps. Oh, there's the location card.
Freeze!
I'm getting sick of this game.
Bound as one, like the 99!
Let's go.
For the eternal oasis!
Oh, that one doesn't have any reactions. And nice, we got a healing location card. I know they're in there. Somewhere. Ross got used. Oh, there's a healing location.
Don't let away! Don't let away!
That's not good. We might not get to use the,
Don't let away!
we won't get to use their
Where did I go wrong?
In the name of the Princessin!
man. Oh, that's 2 damage. This is totally a loss.
One shall descend once again.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Freeze!
Wow, 0 damage.
Sand, your sacrifice is ready.
Don't push your luck. Oh, so sorry.
0 damage. Bullshit. Oh, look, we can't even do anything. Man. Yeah, this is definitely a boss. I think we spent like 10 minutes in this battle, too.
Let's end this now!
Don't push your luck.
Bullshit.
I'm not done.
Let's try the other NPC and see if they have like pillar curls or something. Come on, have the pillar curls. Man, maybe Beto has pillar curls this week. Probably no such luck.
I've got nothing going.
Nope.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Oh my. Ginger escaped.
No rest for the wicked.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
It's nothing. Take this!
Ooh. How many more attacks she got over there? Oh, nobody's got any damage, so that's good.
retribution!
Yeah.
Men, fall back. Give up.
Okay.
Where did I go wrong?
No rest for the wicked.
This will be interesting.
We just have to win this one, and that's our 2 matches.
Cool it!
They are all but gone.
Swift and merciful! Freeze!
Escaped? Man, we've caught absolutely no Pokemon today.
Oh, so.
We done up there?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands. Oz, reveal thyself!
The scourge of evil remains.
Yay! We won another game.
All right, that.
Okay. That should be our 2 matches. Oh, we have so much to do. I think we're gonna do Archon quests. Or are we supposed to be all the way out here? An Archon quest should have voice acting, so we shouldn't have to read them.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
NPCs
So,
love us.
Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Propagate!
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh dear.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary.
You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
New punching bag.
Don't be scared.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop.
You tell him, Dia.
I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Oh, it teleported us. There was a chest. We saw a treasure chest. Man, we'll have to go back for that.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Alright, where were we? We were outside the caravan. Right back. Yeah, I saw a treasure chest. Yeah, there's a treasure chest.
Want a taste of my hammer? Another test subject.
Uglade, you're up! Propagate!
To ashes!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Propagate!
Are we really stuck for free? Well, I guess we are.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Okay. This guy's normal chest over there. I haven't even seen the particles. Oh, there's some dirt below.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Oh, we even have to adjust the clock. Look at that. Paimon wonders how Jet and Tearzad are doing. Paimon's kind of concerned. We'll meet again. Yes, we'll definitely meet Jet again as long as we continue adventuring. As for Tearzad, we can find him in academia. He calls himself an indoorsology researcher after all. Tearzad, adventure, could it be? Sorry for interrupting your conversation. I'm Kalantari, a student in academia. I seek traces of the past that remain on Earth. Oh, I see what happened here. The clock didn't advance. We just, because we walked up to it this way, it gave us another quest. Oh, look at that. Were you part of Tearzad Hindi's recent expedition in the desert? Huh? How did you know? Paimon's so clueless. Look at her. So clueless. It really is you. He mentioned both of you in the acknowledgements of his paper. yeah, he did say he would focus on reading his paper once he got back. So it's done already? Yep, he locked himself in his room once he got back from the desert. The other researchers were worried that he was depressed from failing to obtain any results from his expedition. After a few days, we started betting on whether he would eat or drink first when he finally came outside. But he suddenly charged out and submitted a paper to the academia. The Golden Slumber, a study on governance in the later period of Al-Amar's civilization and stages of survival. It may sound a little rude, but I never expected Tirzad to be capable of writing such a groundbreaking paper. Groundbreaking, that sounds very impressive. It's like Paimon's slime dish. Hee, that means Paimon's also very impressive. Paimon thinks so highly of herself. Anyway, how did he yank us in that groundbreaking paper of his? Let me think. It was at the end of the paper, so I can still remember it very clearly. I'd like to dedicate this last paragraph to a traveler and her companion. You're like the corollas, the blossom in the nursery, the bread and salt during the long trip, as well as a gift to me from the desert. You didn't even drop our names. Man. Without them, I in no way could complete this paper. Whoa, Tirzad really flattered us there. A gift from the desert. Huh? Paimon's blushing. He did pay us, though. No, you deserve the praise. Anyone who helps a researcher during the paper writing process is worthy of acknowledgement and gratitude. In the world of researchers, there's nothing more painful than writing a paper. If there is, it'll be getting stuck writing a paper. Tirzad was worrying about his paper when we first met. He probably suffered quite a bit before then. To tell you the truth, lately I've been trapped in that state of suffering as well. I decided to enter the desert, thinking that perhaps I could make some new discoveries based on Tirzad's thesis. I didn't expect to meet the very person featured in his acknowledgments. It must be fate that brought us together. So, can you help me like how you helped him? No problem. You like Mora. Awesome, I knew taking a day off and coming to our village would be the right choice. Allow me to give you two a warm welcome. How does treating you to a meal sound? Of course, you'll be well compensated for your trouble. Whatever Tirzad paid, let's discuss that later. Yay, delicious food and more. Paimon is so easy. It's gonna give us another quest, isn't it? Yay. I didn't even see another quest on here. Is there any markers we're missing? Maybe it's because we advanced in the main story. Alright.
If you ever want to trade...
Talk to the,
Maru village, please respect the law.
I'm so lazy, we're gonna teleport.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great, too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early, too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Ooh, Sino was beating them up.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Oh, she's big mad.
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Sino's so scary.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community.
Oh, I like that. My starter Pokeballs. Yeah.
It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Look at Paimon's in a weird face.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
I guess I can see it. I guess he really isn't the same as Dr. Ratio.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk!
You tell him, Paimon.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Aw, it's just bedrooms.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this.
Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Oh, I think we're gonna run into Dottore, cause, isn't he experimenting on Calais? Sounds, pretty bad. Let's go here. Oh, there's the ceiling.
By royal decree!
Don't be scared!
Take that!
Scatter!
Oh heck. Where's this one he's going? Wow.
Following orders.
I'll take my...
we're really close to this one. 2,000 fish, though. I guess that's not really that far, huh? This one's kind of difficult. Close to that.
Cold beer after a hard...
Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
They drop any resources.
Monsters! Watch out! Spring forth! Stay put!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Eyes on me!
Propagate! They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Girder, escape.
This is the one.
Oh, Alhaitham did the pillar for us. That's nice.
Let's go in and take a look.
Maria Liz just followed.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Oh, the cutscene walked us into the building. We'll have to go back.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn.
There are no cats on camera because they are... I don't know where they are, causing mischief.
Until then, I'm taking a break.
What? Alhaitham's just sitting there. Man.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to
the
read?
resemblance to Dr. Ratio. Like, same hair type, same body type, same...
What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
I am doing fine today. How about yourself? Is he really gonna sit there and
Okay,
read?
sure.
Huh?
NPC man.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Oh, look at Luby. Yeah, I feel the same way, Luby.
You got that?
That's pretty bad.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Ratio.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already.
Look at Paimon. She's just so sure of herself.
And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Oh, what an interesting sky effect. That can't be good.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
Oh, I see our characters were killing time till night so we can see the
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Okay, I see what he's doing.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
My day is going pretty well. Nothing interesting. How about yourself? Oh, I hear it.
It's from below.
Oh, it's an ominous wooden trapdoor. Look at that.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Was it gonna let us out of the cutscene? No! There was loot up there we wanted to get.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow.
This looks like the
It's
puzzles
like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
If the audio is a little loud or not loud enough, it's useful, you know, I can adjust that. Oh good, it let us out. Okay. Let's see. Guess there's an end door.
Scatter!
Okay, and we've got a little... Oh, that's like a funky floor. Ooh, I think I want to get out of there before that goes up. This definitely looks like that, in... Alright, that didn't reveal anything. Is there anything up above me? Man, not even any relics. Well, something out that way. Oh, we can't quite connect that down here. Ah, there it is. Oh!
Oh, it's revealed! Ha! You play! You're...
Well, it depends how far you are in the game if you've played it yourself. So this is the 4th zone. Because when you start, this is Mondstadt, so this is like your starting area. And then after Mondstadt, you go to Liyue, which is this area. And then you go to Inazuma, which is all of this. And then we're in Sumeru right now, which is the 4th zone. I do have a little bit of Fontaine. My favorite character for Dendro is Yao Yao, who I have out. I don't know if you watched or saw the codes for the free Prima Gems for the 4.4 live stream, but in the 4.4 live stream, they're adding a new zone to the top of Liyue. So I believe, looking at the map, because they said it borders Fontaine. Now I don't know what's over here, but I think they're gonna attach the new zone to like this whole long empty strip that's right here. I think is where they're gonna put that. Because in the clips they showed that you could see the Fontaine Sea. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be over here. I better zoom back in. Yeah, this is Yao Yao. She is a Liyue Dendro.
Don't be scared!
And she's got Yue, and he is the best. He just shoots little Dendro things out. He's awesome. Alright, so I don't see another Dendro pillar because Alhaitham already lit that one up. Ooh, we just fell off. I don't see anything down there. Oh, there's one over there. There it is. Okay.
Stay put! Oh.
Oh, we just got that.
Scatter!
chapter 4? Oh, we're on chapter 3. There's 7 chapters in Sumeru. Unfortunately, our quest list is, yeah, our quest list is really long. Mm-hmm. I think it's moving. I see it moving. Turn the game volume down. It might be a little bit loud. Oh, there's a cabinet with a key. Oh, I don't know what this is. Yeah, let me know if the audio is not working. Oh, okay. Is it like static or? Oh, we got a cutscene.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
We'll check after this cutscene. Hi, Sable. Do you want up?
Wait,
Can you help Sable up?
you're...
My mic is too quiet. I'm gonna check. Oh, that's the volume. That's not the input. Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Huh? No, I don't think so. Hmm. That's where it just was. Hmm. Yeah. Device properties. Okay. That should be it. Okay. Alright, how about now? Hmm. Is this any better? Or not really?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
Yeah, because if this doesn't work,
why
I
is he
can
the only one here?
turn the game down a little bit more.
Didn't expect to see him here.
Oh, Sable's in her bed. Whoops, gotta adjust that. Not too much? Okay.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
Did she escape?
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Okay, so this is one of those scholars they were trying to take away, the mad scholars. Here. Oh, that's ominous.
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Did you just move? Yeah, you want to be in that cat bed? Okay. Is your collar coming off? Yeah.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed: the scholar's identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? What exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted?
I'm pretty sure Dotori the Harbinger is
And
behind this.
knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Okay, the Traveler says, no, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars have made contact with a divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the Academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
No, there's bot spam. Oh, I gotta take a moment to deal with that. Heck. Oh, curses. We gotta take a moment to deal with this. Spam. Okay. Now we will get back to our quest now that we had to deal with the bot spam.
The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
Okay, so we know that the Academia is gathering they're harvesting these scholars, like the information in their brains to make the capsules, because they're trying to get information about the divine god's presence so they can convert Wander into a god. Which we already know is gonna fail.
You're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry.
Oh, Hytham's a reasonable fellow.
Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Meditate. Are we still out of Pokemon stuff? Aw, we are. Darn.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Yeah, you tell him, Alhaitham.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Wow,
You're probably
called him
right.
Weird.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Okay, we should look around, make sure there wasn't anything else down here. Oh, I don't... Can we change the symbol? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I think we're just teleporting out of here is gonna be faster. Edit this a little bit. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. The village chief's house.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
We tell everybody what we saw and share our current theory.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
Oh, poor Sino, he's so grumpy.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
As a fun fact, this guy here, Sino, his English voice actor is the same one as Jake Yuan in Honkai Star Rail.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Oh, this poor kid. No, we can't take him with.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Please, stay...
Oh, he doesn't have any recipes or anything. Okay. Where's that? Oh, he's all the way over there.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Oh, we have to follow him.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
With some effort, we managed to retrieve buried objects.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things
Looks like
nearby.
the Academia's version of Apple AirTags.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Oh, you're still following.
But running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra.
A wild Elgim.
Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Oh, is it letting us out of the cutscene? Nope, not yet.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
You tell her, Paimon.
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Oh, it teleported us. Oh, we completed a whole step of that. We're still on chapter 3. Okay, so we've been here for a couple of hours, so we are going to end the stream here. But thanks for watching, and we will be back probably either later this weekend or Monday.